Respected dear family members, my pranams to you. In Bhagavad Gita, a fantastic message has been given by Lord Krishna, in which he informs us that prasade sarvadukhanam hanirasyopajayate. If you are keeping a pleasant, a positive mind, we can avoid many type of negatives and sorrows in our life. Just like when we keep an yellow glass based spectacle, we can see the world around us in yellow color. If we are keeping a green glass, we can see all the materials around us in green color. Like that, whatever we listen, whatever we watch, whatever we discuss and whatever we think, these are all passing through our mind. And if our mind is filled with happiness and positive feelings, positive emotions, automatically that will be reflecting in our thoughts, and it will be directly reflected in our actions. So our thoughts and our action will be positive, constructive, comfortable, pleasant, good, constructive, if we keep our mind in a positive attitude. For a pleasant life, for a happy living, we can now see that in Kerala and definitely other parts of India also, the life is becoming more and more comfortable. We have got not less than 1 dozen type of home appliances like mixie, fridge, gas, fan, remote controlled TV, air conditioners and water pump and so on. Through these home appliances we could reduce our day-to-day work remarkably. 50 years ago, how our parents lived in the house, and now how we are living using these home appliances give us a correct picture of how comfortable we are now, how much workload could be reduced in our day-to-day life, and how fast, how quickly we are doing our work, not only in the office but also in our homes. Many a times we are not in a position to enjoy these comforts exclusively because our mind is clouded, our mind is filled with negative thoughts, and our mind is not open and transparent. We have got so many type of negative feelings in our mind, so we look around. I use the word we, I am not using the word you. I am also included in that. So we find a small problem as big problems. Even if we can solve majority of our problem in few minutes. Just think, as I told you earlier, we can now remit our telephone charge, electrical charge, our vehicle tax, LIC premium, gas charge, everything we can remit it through internet banking. We are so comfortable. Railway ticket booking, flight ticket booking, postponement, and online check-in, these are all possible directly sitting in our own drawing room using our laptop. So the level of comfort has gone thousandfold more than 20 or 30 years ago. Still we are not comfortable. Why we are not comfortable? We are always preparing for a good life. We are not experiencing the good life. Preparation for life is not good living. Experience of living is good life. Preparation for living is not good life. Experience of living should become our good life, for which every minute we should positively and intentionally and deliberately we have to try to see that we are enjoying the activities. Even if we are simply sitting for about 10 minutes, that 10 minutes should not be for creating a mental tension for our own existence. That 10 minutes we have to learn how to enjoy. When we are getting up early morning, we have to learn how to enjoy that waking and getting up. And we have to sit on the bed and enjoy that sitting. Learn to enjoy that. Early morning taking the bath, that we have to enjoy deliberately. Getting up early morning, sitting on the bed, taking a bath, these things are generally a burden for many people. Generally a burden for many people. But consider those are all part of our life, and every action, every activity, whether it is 1 minute activity or 1 hour activity or 1 day activity, if it is considered as part of our life, and if we start enjoying each third of that activity, then life will become far easy, comfortable and enjoyable. If you are simply sitting, as I told you earlier, close the eyes and a deep breath slowly and enjoy that 10 minutes with your own awareness and consciousness. If you are watching TV, that enjoy the watching of TV, whether it is a Carnatic music or a reality show, or whether it is a discourse or even a movie. Learn as much as possible from what you are watching, so the watching itself will become an enjoyable process by way of learning. If you are listening something, enjoy that and do not live on the past. Do not try to cling over the future too much. These are all only my suggestions. If you start thinking about the future too much, definitely there will be problems in the future, whatever may be your profession, whatever may be your activities. Without problem, nothing exists in this world. For every problem there is a solution. For every solution there will be minor or major problems. The problems do have solution. Solutions do have other type of problem. So when you are living that life, is spending that time fruitfully and purposefully and enjoying that activity, whether you are simply sitting or watching TV, listening a music, or writing a book or reading a book, or cooking, or doing some homework, or sitting with your children, or spending time with your wife or husband. These are all the part of our day-to-day activity, and many a times we are not in a position to live on now. N-O-W, living now becomes difficult because our mind hangs over the past. Past, somebody did like that, somebody said like that, somebody behaved like that, and yesterday it so happened, yesterday he called me and scolded me, and yesterday I was thinking about so and so, yesterday I could not do that much work, yesterday it was a bad day. So we are spending lot of time on yesterdays, and also majority of the people are worrying about the tomorrows. Tomorrow morning what should I do, including me. I am also sometimes worry about tomorrows. But slowly I have learned, or now I am trying to learn, to live on now, because whether you worry about the tomorrow or you worry about yesterday's, you cannot solve the problems which causes worry to you. Worrying is an unnecessary waste of time and energy. Thinking about the problem is more complicated than solving the problem. So find out the solution, enjoy solving the problem, and as the former American President Johnson said, many big companies have faced more complicated problems and failures than small companies. Problems are there for everyone in the world. There is not even a single person in the world, there is not even a single animal in this world, there is not even a single insect in this world, there is not even a single tree, plant in this world which does not have problem in their life. Every animal, every plant definitely faces the problems. So naturally human beings also will be having problems in their life. But many a times solving the problem and facing the problem gives us a strength. Without problems we will be weak. Achievement after solving the problems will be more sweet than achievement without any problem. The world will be recognizing the people who are facing the problem and overcoming the problems to achieve the goal. So in our family, many a times we can hear that people complain about the wife, people complain about the husband or children, or hundreds and thousands of minor issues which in fact were not at all problem for our parents. Our parents had many children, in fact, half a dozen children, and they did their delivery in their home, small rooms in their own home. Now we have got so many comfort in the hospitals and so on. But our parents could nurture their children, that we people, so nicely, and many of the problems were not at all problems for them. But for us, thinking that there will be problem in the future itself has become a problem for us now. So thinking about the future and thinking about the past are the two major problems for us. When I use the word thinking, I mean worrying. Not merely thinking, thinking for worrying is becoming a problem for us, and definitely that kills our mind, time energy, enthusiasm, passion, and so on. So we create our own hell here, and we worry about the hell created by us, and we think that these problems cannot be solved at all. Many people who are speaking, discussing or chit-chatting with an artificially pleasant mind, if you go deep into their personal issues, we can see that they are worrying for unnecessary things, and they are searching for solutions through the astrologers or palmists or counseling agents or psychologists or family court advocates and so on. Even when 99% of the problems can be solved from within their own mind and within their own family, they exaggerate and enlarge, try to expand the problem. I am using a wrong word. Instead of contracting and minimizing the problem, generally we think, we wrongly discuss, we wrongly enter into destructive type of discussion, and we start thinking that I am perfect, others are not perfect. Others are creating problem and I am trying to solve the problem. When the ego that I am trying to solve the problem comes, when I start thinking that I am great, when I start thinking that I am transparent and open, the problems are all created by the people around us, around me. That is the biggest point of problem creation. So, ahankara vimodhatma kartaham iti manyate. This is Lord Krishna's message. Those who are egoistic in their day-to-day life, they think that I am perfect, I do this, I am trying to achieve the positive result, and I am solving the problem, but others are creating the problem and others are responsible for these negatives. Others have got so many negatives in their talking, discussion, thoughts, vision and approach, whereas I am trying to correct them. This is the feeling that many of us, including me, we have got. Even today I am recording this one at about 9:15. Right from 6 a.m. for the last 3 hours, I have got about half a dozen telephone calls. Just they want to inform me that they are perfect, whereas their family members are not perfect. This is, in fact, they wanted to inform me. Then they want that I should talk with their family members and rectify them, so that the person who called me will be getting the benefit of their cooperation, his family members' cooperation. That I have to solve his problem by counseling or advising his family members. The person who calls me over telephone, initially from the beginning itself, he declares that he is perfect. Just like I think I am perfect, and I think rectification is not needed in my part. I think my proceeding forward is in the correct pathway, whereas the truth is that when I keep an yellow glass, I see everything yellow. As I told in the beginning, In Bhagavad Gita it is told, prasade sarvadukkhanam hanirasyopajayade. If the mind is clear without any hidden agenda and positive, automatically our vision, viewpoint, action will be very positive. Whereas the mind is negative, all other things will be negative. But if I think I am perfect and others are wrong, then the problem is not generally in others. The problem is major part, at least in my. So my request to you is that every minute try to enjoy, sing a song or listen a good music song and spend the time with your children. Give them some advice. Enjoy every minute spending with your children or grandchildren. Never try to project yourself and try to listen in the best possible way. Try to do good things for others. Try to move so nicely in the family. Motivate your family members. Encourage your family members. Appreciate their activities and console if they have got any problem. And create a feeling that you are living for others. Let they feel that they have contributed something to you. Thus, caring, sharing and curing in the family members. In the same way, sharing, caring and curing in the office. That life will become the best, efficient life and effective life. If we can enjoy our life, that is the blessing that we are getting directly from the nature. And as I informed you, we create our own hell and we create our own heaven. Even if you are getting anger, you are becoming angry, restrict that time of anger within some 1 minute or 1 minute and a half. Don't keep that egoistic anger for a long period. Solve the problem then and there itself. Never think too much about the future and never waste the time too much about the past. Try to be in the present and enjoy every minute. Never curse others. Never too much criticize others. Never expect too much from others. If you are expecting too much from others, naturally you can see that Sanghat Sanjayade Kama, Kamat Krodho Vijayade, Krodhat Bhavati Sammoha, Sammoha Smriti Brahmaha, Smriti Pramshat Buddhi Nasho, Buddhi Nashat Pranasyati. Over expectation from others create problem for you, because if the expectation did not get fulfilled, you will become angry. When you are conquered by the anger, automatically that will be resulting in the confusion, and that will make the confusion will make a wise man an idiot, and that creates a lot of problem. So let the mind continuously move from asadoma sadgamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritam gamaya. If the mind is becoming prasade sarvadukkana, when the mind is becoming happy, comfortable and stabilized, reasonably our thoughts and action will be good. This is what I am practicing, trying to practice in my life, and I am sure that I am not advising you. Just I used to upload in the YouTube all whatever I think, from whatever I listen from the audience. Many people used to ask questions. Many people used to ask the solutions for their problem. So based on those questions and their problems, I am just giving you the message which is arising from my mind. Don't take it as an advice or guidance. If it is useful, let us, me and you, try to practice in our life. And if we can improve little bit from yesterday to today, and a little more from today to tomorrow, and if we can improve from bad to good, and if by continuously working, if we can improve from good to better, and if we can further improve from better nearer to the best, then naturally our life will become extremely happy and it is created, that happiness is created by ourselves. And when we are enjoying so much comfortable situation in our day-to-day life, as I told you in the earlier, compared to our parents and forefathers, they suffered daily a lot, whereas we are far higher in the living standard. We have got variety of items to enjoy and variety of things to experience in our day-to-day life. Still we are unhappy and we are sorrow. We think we are sick and we think we are facing the problems. And why we think? These are all generally the mental attitude of the people. So if we can purify our mind, if we can clean our mind, if we can improve our mental attitude and vision every day, keeping in the mind that we are not permanent here. If the day of arrival is there, the day of departure will also be there. That is the truth about the life. If happiness is there, with the happiness the sorrow will also be there. If sunrise is there, sunset will be there. If profit is there, loss will be there. If laughing is there, crying will also be there. If birth is there, inevitably death is also there. In between the birth and death, how long we are living, nobody in this world is bothered too much about it. How we are living, that depends upon our own mental attitude and activities. For every action there is an equal and opposite reaction, that we know. And in India the message is given, for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction to be experienced by the actor. So let us do the good for getting the good back. Give the good and take the good. Give a helping hand for the poor people, helping hand for the old age people, helping hand for the hungry people and sick plus orphans, so that their prayer will be directly reflected in our life. So when we live a life of self-centered, everything connected with us will become a burden for us. If we start thinking about the world around us, when we see the more severe pain outside, automatically our problem and our pain will become infinitesimally small or insignificantly small. Don't depend too much on others for solving your problem. Your problem only you know. So the solution also has to come from your side. To whomsoever you are approaching, remember that the guru or the acharya or the teacher or the astrologer, whomsoever you think that they can solve your problem, may be having more complicated problem in their own life. So the solution cannot be acquired or achieved or arrived at from outside. The solution should come from inside. If the problems are there, definitely solutions are there. And remember that agama payino anitya tam titikshasva bharata. This line I very frequently quote wherever I am delivering lecture, because this is one of the most perfect message given by Lord Krishna. Many things will come and they will go the way they came. They will not be permanent to you. The problems are not permanent. The happiness will not be permanent. The sorrow will not be permanent. The tension will not be permanent. The fear will not be permanent. Anger will not be permanent. Ego should not be permanent. So many of these positives are not permanent. Many of the negatives are also not permanent. Remember that we should not make the sorrows permanently stay in our mind. If we allow them to stay permanently in our mind, they will be continuously giving us complications in our mind and body. So live a happy life, spend maximum time with your children, your wife and husband, make your home a heaven, and never think that the heaven will be coming from outside. Happiness will not come from outside. Happiness will be coming from inside. And all the comfort you can provide to anybody, but the happiness cannot be provided. That is to be created from within. So I am sure that enjoying the stories, watching the movies, listening a song, listening so many things what are available in the TV, and these are all giving us enough opportunity, very constructive opportunities for making our life fantastically happy and enjoyable. Even with all these things, if we still cling over the past negatives, and if we still cling to the future negatives, naturally we are creating hell for ourselves, for which nobody from outside is responsible for our own hell. We are responsible. So try to learn how to laugh, how to smile, how to keep a pleasant mind, and in between remember that happiness is the interval between two sorrows, and also remember that happiness will not be permanent, sorrow also will not be permanent, you are also not permanent in this world. So as long as we are here, try to become happy, happier and happiest, and make others happy, happier and happiest. With these words I would like to conclude my message of this day. Thank you very much. Pranams to you.